I think as a creator, it can be very easy to get caught up in the lifestyle that is being a full-time content creator. You see all the gear and the fancy frames and the amazing looking sets on Instagram and on YouTube, and you can think that this is what my journey is going to look like every single day. But the truth is, this is not the case. These are the highlight reels of being on set, and running a creative business is stressful and it's difficult. And I put out a post on Instagram and asked you guys, what are some of the things that you guys are currently struggling with as creators? And when I tell you, the responses were plentiful, but also incredibly relating, it hit me that this is a topic that not everyone's talking about, but I definitely think would be extremely helpful, because the truth is that we're all feeling the same thing. We're not alone. One of the big ones that I heard a lot of when I went through the responses was finding clients. I understand it. Like, the truth is that part of being a full-time creator is finding someone who will actually pay you to do the job. This is an incredibly challenging part. Now, yes, I've made videos on how I find clients, and I've made business videos here on the channel that you guys can absolutely check out. But the truth is that this is part of like the ongoing process of being a creator. Unless you just decide to go and get a job working for a company, client acquisition is a huge part of your business. Now, one of the things that I always recommend is if you can get clients that are on retainer or clients that you use regularly, then yeah, that helps a lot. Or if you work in a specific niche, that can go a long way as well, as all of your work will basically sort of market itself because you're shooting the same stuff constantly. But if you're feeling like client acquisition is incredibly overwhelming, don't worry, you're not alone. Even someone like myself, who I have an established production company and I'm running this YouTube channel at the same time, I still feel overwhelmed with client acquisitions. And there are still times where I literally look at my clients that I have on retainers and I'm like, is this the last month they choose to work with me? This is a total normal feeling. I wish I could tell you that it goes away. But the one thing I will say is that this journey of being a content creator has so many wins that, yes, even though client acquisition can be very stressful and can be very difficult, I can honestly tell you that it's worth it. And the thing that I typically do is I really focus on finding the right clients, because I find that when you find the right ones, and when I say the right ones, I mean the ones that are paying your budgets and they're bringing you the type of projects you actually want to be doing. But when you find those right clients, it literally is like striking gold or digging up oil, and it brings you so much joy. And those tend to be the types of clients that do ongoing work with you. Now, it was this next one from my friend Ryan, who said balance. That really hit me personally. I think being a full-time creator, you kind of have this feeling that you should always be on. Like, you should always be working. There's always an edit to do. There's always some pre-production that needs to be done if you're not in the middle of production itself. And so finding a balance to when you should be working and when you should not be working and just doing things for yourself is incredibly difficult. I know personally, I can say that like in the past, I've had situations where like I love what I do, right? And so there's this saying that is like, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. But I do what I love. And some days it still feels like freaking work. Sometimes I feel guilty that like I'm complaining that I have to get an edit done, or I have a client that needs a project done by a certain time, when I know I could just be working a 9 to 5 that I hate every single day, but I'm actually able to pursue my passion. So why does it still feel challenging? And so I just wanted to let everyone know, if you're feeling that way also, like, that's totally normal. Now, the way that I have found a way to kind of do balance, and here's the thing about balance, like, balance is never perfect. Like, it's a scale that's constantly moving, or it's like juggling, like you're constantly moving things around in order to make time for what really matters. But what I have found that helps a lot is scheduling. My oldest son plays baseball, and I am at every single practice I can possibly be at. I am at every single game. And the same with my younger son. He does gymnastics, and I go to every single practice I absolutely can. I make it a huge priority and it is on my calendar constantly. This allows me to be a part of everything that they're doing. Me and my wife have scheduled date nights and sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. And that's just me being 100% honest. But the truth is that I am constantly trying to find balance. And so that is another part of the journey. And what I have found for me, in order to hit the point that Daniel asked about getting burned out, is if you don't strive for that balance, you will end up burned out. And so, like next week, you're going to see videos on this channel, but I'm not actually going to be working at all. I'm taking a week off. I'm going to go hang out with some friends, which unfortunately means that I'm working twice as hard this week to get these videos pre-shot so that they can come out on YouTube. But it does mean that I need that week to just reset and to start fresh. So hopefully I can come back revitalized. Now, my good friend Nathan actually responded to this question and he said, trusting in your own ideas and having the courage to pursue the wild ones. I will say, as a creator, that's honestly the whole reason why I came on YouTube. I mean, before I was on YouTube, I had just quit my job and I started my video production company and I was doing a lot of corporate stuff, but like clients weren't really trusting me to be crazy with the videos. I had these crazy creative ideas. I wanted to introduce drones and get gimbals and learn how to do lighting, which ironically, yes, that's true. I started my production company before I even knew anything about lighting. Yeah, that's just my dirty secret. But the truth is that like, I actually had to go find my own outlet outside of my client stuff in order to chase those wild dreams. And maybe that's the same thing for you. Honestly, I believe that anyone who is a aspiring filmmaker, content creator, videographer, whatever title you want to put on yourself, I think you should have a YouTube channel. I really do. I mean, it was on my YouTube channel where I got feedback, especially early on, as to like, how to actually capture better images with lighting. Like my lighting sucked on YouTube at the beginning, and it was through the feedback from the comment section that actually I got better at it. It was also through the comment section that I learned how important audio was. My audio was atrocious when I was first starting out. And it was through the comment section on YouTube that I got better. And so I personally think that every filmmaker or videographer really should be on YouTube, not only because it's going to help sharpen your skills, but it's because this is a place where you can really have that creative expression. And I am proof that like you don't have to be the most talented person. You don't have to be the most gifted person. And you definitely don't have to come from money. You can absolutely get on YouTube and you can carve your own path. And that's exactly what I've been able to do here. I mean, one of my favorite brands that I got a chance to work with, which is Red and B&H, that all came thanks to YouTube. And I honestly believe that anyone can really do this. Also, the nice thing about YouTube, and this has sort of been my cheat code to running my production company, has been YouTube, especially once you get it to a place where it's monetizable and there's opportunities coming through it. YouTube gives you the ability to say yes to the right jobs and say no to the wrong ones. And this is something I've said on this channel before, but it's because of YouTube that, thanks to sponsors like this video, which is sponsored by Uscreen, but it's thanks to sponsorships that I can say no to some of the client projects that I don't really want to do anymore. And on YouTube, it kind of works the other way as well. Because I have some client projects that I actually enjoy doing, I can say no to some of the YouTube sponsorship projects that show up that I don't really like doing. And that's probably the one big piece of advice I would give to a lot of creators, because I saw a lot of people talking about, as far as comments, talking about money or business or growth or just diversification. And that's the answer. The answer is to diversify your creative endeavors. If all you do is focus on clients, well, you're always going to be at the mercy of clients. And so personally, I have found that the perfect balance actually sits somewhere in the middle, and being able to monetize your own content the way you want to. I mean, yes, they are technically a sponsor on this video, but the truth is that like being able to monetize your content through a platform like Uscreen really does take your content to the next level, and it can open up your possibilities as a business owner and as a creator in general. I mean, with Uscreen, they allow you to create your own membership style platform. And there are so many benefits to doing a membership. For starters, you're going to be able to have reoccurring revenue every single month, which makes it so much easier for you to be able to actually rely on that revenue. On top of that, with Uscreen, this is their number one focus. They focus on memberships. And with Uscreen, they actually have staff members who are there to help you along your journey. I mean, there are so many different creators who are actually building memberships right now with Uscreen, myself included. I created the Creative Fam Academy, which is my online membership where I teach filmmaking, video production, all that great stuff. And I do that based on the platform Uscreen. On top of all of these things, it's extremely professional. I mean, it's video first, and they even allow you to go one step forward in order to create your own app. So you can have your own app on Android, iOS, Apple TV, Fire Stick, Roku, and people can experience your content everywhere you go. I mean, literally, your membership will be in their pockets. And that's exactly what I've done with the Creative Fam Academy. Of course, I'll have links down below to check out Uscreen for yourself, because personally, I think that if you can monetize your content, you'll be much, much happier. And so this is the reason why, for me, I personally think that every filmmaker should be on YouTube. They should be monetizing their own content, even while they're working with clients. I just want to say one last thing before we get out of here, and it has everything to do with those people who are feeling exhausted, who are feeling burnt out, who are feeling like, is this really the path that they should be on? I am a religious person, so I believe that God calls us all to have a journey, and he gives us certain gifts. And I personally believe that if you feel called to be a creator and you feel like you've been given the gift of creativity and the skill set to be able to actually walk that through and make something, I don't think that's something that you should just throw away. Yes, it can be a difficult process. It can be challenging. It can be frustrating at times. And trust me, any creator who doesn't say that they relate to any of those emotions are absolutely lying to you. We all struggle with these things. And that's the reason why I personally believe that it's so important that you find other people that you can lean on and that you can talk to and that can help guide you through this process. Because yeah, it is challenging and it can be frustrating at times, but you don't have to walk it alone. I just personally want to ask, like, with the comment section right here, if you're a creator and you're currently struggling, leave a comment down below. Maybe share your Instagram handles, make some friends down in the comment sections that you can talk to and that you can start networking with. I mean, we do have with the Creative Fam Academy an entire community tab where we do this. And so if you are interested in the Creative Fam Academy, you can definitely check out the link for that down below in the description as well. You can sign up. You can actually sign up for a freebie bundle and gain access to the community tab for free. You don't have to pay. But if you are interested in the actual Creative Fam Academy, then they'll have a link down there for you as well. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you have any questions for me, or if you have your own input to add to this conversation, definitely leave that down below in the comment section. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.